Welcome to another Business Spotlight where I highlight an amazing small or mid-sized business. My goal is simple, to raise your awareness to their unique value add and the positive impact they continue to have. Maybe they can help you today, and if not, at least you know about them when things turn around. This week, we highlight Decusoft, and I'm thrilled to have a longtime friend and colleague, their CEO, Bob Laurenzo, join us today. Decusoft provides a software product, for a comprehensive software product called Compose, which actually automates and streamlines the entire compensation process. So for things like merit, bonus, and long-term incentives, right, their product actually streamlines and automates that. And I asked Bob to join us today and really talk about what him and his team are doing to actually navigate this pandemic, not only with their customers, but also what they're doing internally. And I think there's a lot of nuggets Bob shares with us specifically around relationships and what we can all do to take our relationships to yet another level.
Hi, my name is Bob Laurenzo, CEO of Decusoft. We provide a compensation management software product called Compose. Compose enables our customers to automate their complex compensation processes and is a highly configurable, flexible solution. I've known Jim Riviello for a very long time and consider him to be a great friend, mentor, and coach, and the official poster child for high energy and positive mental attitude. Jim asked me to talk a little bit about how we are handling the COVID pandemic, and I look at it from the perspective of both my customers and my team. Since new business is off at this time, we're using the opportunity to reach out to all of our customers and asking them things like, how can we better support you at this time? Is there anything we can do better to improve? Several customers of ours have had furloughs or downsize, which means they need our help now even more. My team is calling on them and trying to go above and beyond to provide support because now I feel is a time to build equity and enhance those relationships. I recommend we all try and use this time to strengthen relationships, which will hopefully pay dividends in the long run. Additionally, there's nothing better than a phone call to check in on your customers, not only about work, but don't be afraid to talk about family, sports, and other things, opposed to just sending an email, which is easier but far less effective. As far as our internal team, we have a weekly status call and have tried to increase the level of communication and one-on-one conversations. Working from home is quite different and you lose the face-to-face interactions that happen in the office. It's important to let them know that you care about them and miss seeing them every day. And also checking in to see how their families are doing as well. Thanks everyone for your time, and I welcome the opportunity to partner with any of you within Riv's network. Thank you.
I've known Bob for, gotta be about almost 20 years. Think about that. Almost 20 years. Like, we have worked together in multiple different companies, in multiple different capacities. And over that course of that time frame, Bob and I have built not just a business relationship, we've built a personal relationship. And relationships, like, just think about, like, I'm hearing myself say that word, and if you notice how many times Bob said that word when he was talking to us, right? Multiple times. And if you look up the word relationships in a dictionary, you're probably going to see Bob's picture, because he's the one guy that I know that has actually built a career around building relationships with people. And it's for as long as I've known him, and I've known him for a long time, Bob has taken the genuine interest in my life, in my family, and even in my kids, right? I mean, as long as I can remember, and even to this day, every time I speak to Bob, even to this day, he starts the conversation with checking in on how I'm doing, how some kind of event just happened for me in my life. Something if I was talking about my son's basketball game or my daughter's soccer games or their dance or their graduations or something, like, he was always in tune with what was going on. And think about that. That's just like, you can't fake this, right? Bob doesn't fake it, and I encourage you, nobody out there, to do it, right? I will, however, challenge you to strengthen your relationships, right? Much like what Bob talked about on the call today, right? Like, if you have a strong relationship with somebody, whether it's a client, whether it's a teammate, whether it's a partner, I encourage you to strengthen it, take it to another level, push yourself. What could I do to strengthen that relationship? If you don't have the relationship that you desire with somebody, it's like, own it, right? Build it, right? Much like Bob has built an entire career out of building relationships. You have to understand that relationships matter, right? Relationships drive trust. Relationships drive business. So I encourage you to take a play out of Bob's playbook and really take your relationships to a whole nother level. Talk to you soon.